You are doing it on your side. तुम्ही मला सांगा सर तुम्ही या एवढ्या पीडीचे लेक्चर करायचे व्हिडिओ किती चेक झाले नाही चेक नाही काही झालं नाही चेक केलेलं आमची गोष्ट आहे किती पोरांनी पूर्ण व्हिडिओ ऐकला असं मला वाटतंय व्हिडिओ ऐकणं माझे व्हिजिट वगैरे झालेली नाही मी सांगतो माझा व्ह्यूचा काउंट टाकेल बट त्याच्यात एक अनालिसिस येतो युट्यूबमध्ये की प्रत्येक युजरने किती ॲव्हरेज मिनिटं बघितला 1.5 मिनिटाच्या वरती कोणाचंच नाही ॲव्हरेज असं अनालिसिस येतो त्याच्यामध्ये तर तुम्ही ते बघा किती मला नाही वाटत 1-2 मिनिटाच्या वरती जास्त कोणाचं असं ॲव्हरेज ॲव्हरेज घेऊ मग त्याला काय अर्थ नाही अर्थ नाही पण काहीच अर्थ नाही मस्त मी आमच्या ग्रुपमध्ये पाठवलं होतं की असं असं ॲनालिटिक्स आहे काय करायचं बोला तुम्ही वाचता नाही स्पेसिफिक व्हिडिओ नाही वापरायचं ते पण बघायचं पण एक सिंगल जण द्यायचं नाही स्पेसिफिक नाही हे असं पूर्ण चार्ट होतं
Hello guys, good morning to all. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so we start our lecture in 2 to 3 minutes.
म्हणून ते आता टाइमपास करायला नको वाटतं, कारण हे कसं पुढच्या पद्धतीने आपण मोकळा असायचं वेगळे थोडे. बट कालपर्यंत आपल्याला सगळं होतं तेव्हा आपण या टाइममध्ये फक्त जाऊन शिकवायचं. आज परिस्थिती
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Wait for 2 to 3 minutes. We will start our lecture. Actually, students are joining now. That's why. Okay, sharp at 10:05 we will start our session. So wait for 2 minutes only. Okay, so we will start our this session, lecture 4, for your first unit. Okay, so good morning to all. So we will start our session now. Okay, so in last lecture we discussed about basic concepts. Okay, so what are those concepts? So first one we discussed about stress. So stress is nothing but, it is not like that. Stress is your force upon area. You cannot explain your concept of stress like that, because as you are in last year, in final year, you should know the concept of stress thoroughly. Okay, so stress. Okay, am I audible? Hello, am I
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, if any problem is there, then message me personally. Okay, so in last lecture we discussed about some concepts like stress, what is stress, what do you mean by stress, then what do you mean by vibration. So stress is nothing but your internal resistance of that material which is applied against external loading. It is not like that force upon area. It is its formula. If the guy is from computer or from electrical branch, then it is okay that he is know up to this formula only. But you should know the basic concept of stress. It is nothing but the external resistance, sorry, internal resistance of this material applied against external load. Similarly, I explained about vibration. So vibration is nothing but to and fro motion of the system about its equilibrium position. This is up to your 12th standard. This definition is valid up to your 12th standard. But because you are in mechanical engineering, you should know the basic agenda behind that concept. Okay, so vibration is nothing but conversion of one form of energy into another form. Okay, means as we discussed about the example of this simple pendulum. Okay, so for simple pendulum, this is the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy, then again kinetic energy to potential energy. Then again this process will continue till it goes to its equilibrium position. The equilibrium position काय असते? So what do we mean by equilibrium position, or what do we mean by equilibrium or stable condition or unstable condition? That also you should know. Okay, so equilibrium means what? This is the state of that system or state of that body when if we are going to disturb this state by infinitesimal amount, means infinitesimal means by small, with the help of small disturbance, if you are going to change its initial position, then it will not change its initial position by disturbing small by disturbing it with a infinitesimal amount, means it will regain its original position after the disturbance. In such state is called as equilibrium state or equilibrium position. Similarly, stable, unstable, or neutral. Actually, these concepts you have gone through these concepts during your fluid mechanics subjects. As you know that for stable equilibrium, for unstable equilibrium, and for neutral equilibrium during your metacentric height or during your this buoyancy concepts, you should have go through these concepts during your second year. So you should know all the basics of these concepts, because actually we need these concepts of stress. Actually we need the stress concept. Why? Because we should know whether stress is scalar quantity or vector quantity or other any quantity. Okay, सो स्ट्रेस काय आहे? स्केलर क्वांटिटी आहे की वेक्टर क्वांटिटी आहे की अजून दुसरी कुठली क्वांटिटी आहे? सो स्ट्रेस इज टेन्सर क्वांटिटी. This also you have covered in your second year basic strength of material theory subject. Okay, the tensor means what? Tensor means what? Tensor quantity means what? Now you should know first what do you mean by scalar quantity. So scalar quantity, for scalar quantity you need one parameter only. Okay, and this is nothing but your magnitude. For example, distance is the scalar quantity. Okay, if I say the distance between Mumbai and Pune is 320 kilometers. So here to specify the distance, you need only one parameter, and it is nothing but the magnitude, which is nothing but your 320 kilometers. It is the required parameter to define the distance. Okay. Now, if for second example, if I say I'm going from Pune to Mumbai. Okay, for this we need two parameters. First one is distance between Pune and Mumbai, and second thing is the direction, in which direction you are going. So this velocity is your vector quantity. Okay, so for vector, to specify the vector quantity, you need two parameters. First one is magnitude and second one is your direction. Okay, force is also a vector quantity. Okay, in which direction it is acting and the magnitude of the force. We need two parameters. First one is magnitude and second one is direction. Now third one is tensor. Now why stress is a tensor quantity? Okay, for tensor quantity we need three parameters. Okay, आता तुम्ही म्हणाल की स्ट्रेसला डिफाइन करायचं असेल तर मला दोन गोष्टींची गरज आहे. फर्स्ट वन इज मॅग्निट्यूड अँड सेकंड वन इज डायरेक्शन. किती मॅग्निट्यूड आहे? फॉर एक्झाम्पल 60 न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअर, दिस इज द मॅग्निट्यूड. अँड सेकंड काय असेल तर तुम्ही म्हणाल, तुम्ही अजून कराल की डायरेक्शन कोणत्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये अप्लाय होते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इफ इट इज ऍक्टिंग हॉरिझॉन्टली इन हॉरिझॉन्टल डायरेक्शन और इन वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन, तर त्या केसमध्ये जर कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह असेल तर कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह स्ट्रेस भेटेल, टेन्साइल असेल तर टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस भेटेल, असं तुमचं म्हणणं असेल. ओके, बट फॉर दिस इफ यू नीड टू एक्सप्रेस शियर स्ट्रेस, नाउ टेल मी which extra parameter you needed to specify the stress. Okay, so to define or to distinguish between the various types of stresses, the stresses types कोणते आहेत? First one is tensile stress, second one is compressive stress, third one is your shear stress. Okay, if the force is acting parallel to the plane, then we can say that this is the shear stress. Then next one is twisting, torsional stress. Torsional means if torque is applied on your shaft or if any twisting movement is there on a shaft, then we can say that there will be a torsional stresses. Then next one is buckling stresses, or short member, long member, there are buckling stresses. So this distinguish, or this can be defined depending on this third parameter. So what will be this third parameter? Tisra parameter काय असू शकतो? So it is nothing but your plane, the plane on which it is acting. Okay, so to define the stress, we need three parameters. First one is its magnitude, second one is its direction, and third one is the plane on which it is acting. Okay, so that's why stress is a tensor quantity. Okay, so this is about your stress. Next thing आपण काय एक्सप्लेन केलेली, व्हायब्रेशन. Actually व्हायब्रेशनचा काही एवढा इश्यू नाहीये. Mainly we are concerned, we are dealing with your structural problems. So now this is about stress. Next thing I have discussed degree of freedom. So degree of freedom, it is nothing but the number of minimum parameters to specify the system is called as degrees of freedom. If your object is in space, then we can say that this object has 6 degrees of freedom. There are 6 degrees of freedom कोणते असतील? So first 3 are in a linear direction, in x direction, in y direction, and in z direction. These 3 linear parameters, as well as, or 3 coordinates, as well as three angular coordinates. Angular means movement about x, about y, and about z. So 6 parameter means what? तो जो ऑब्जेक्ट असेल तो x मध्ये मूव्ह होऊ शकतो, y मध्ये मूव्ह होऊ शकतो, z मध्ये मूव्ह होऊ शकतो. Similarly, this object in space, it will rotate about x, it will rotate similarly about y, and it will rotate similarly about z. Means there are 6 parameters that object will have. So that's why we can say that the object in a space have 6 degrees of freedom. So freedom means तो त्या रोटेशन मध्ये, तिन्ही रोटेशन मध्ये मूव्ह होऊ शकतो, किंवा तिन्ही डायरेक्शन्स मध्ये तो लिनियरली ट्रान्सलेट होऊ शकतो. That's why we are saying that this object has 6 degrees of freedom in a space. Now here is the main concept. Okay, now we will see our next topic. Okay, so discretization of problem. Okay, for example, if we will take one example. Okay. This is the, so look at this. First one is real life continuous problem, and second one is discrete approach of this real life continuous problem. Okay, now so continuous approach means what? Continuous means there is no physical gap between the elements. Okay, so look at this. Continuous means what? Actually real life objects are continuous. Means what? There is no physical gap between any two consecutive particles. Okay, two consecutive particles means what? As per the material science concept, this object is made up of small particles. Small particles means it is connected with small atoms. Okay, so there is no physical gap between the two particles. Such type of problem is considered to be a continuous problem. But the continuous problem, we cannot solve our continuous problem by using our simple theories. Means our basic laws or basic principles. We cannot apply our basic principles or basic theories to these continuous models. So our new technique, finite element analysis, or any numerical method, need a discrete approach. Discrete means what? We are going to discontinue this continuous model into number of finite elements. Means what? Let us see. This is your real life problem, and this is your discrete problem. Means what? We are discontinuing our real life problem into discrete problem. So look at this. This boy, or weight of this boy is considered to be this mathematical. 1 minute. Actually, this person is distributed. Its mass is distributed over this chair by a simple point, or the point a center of gravity point at which this mass is acting. Then next one is this chair. This chair has 4 rods, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is equivalent to your beam element. This is first beam element, second beam element, third beam element and fourth beam element. Okay, so this is equivalent to your beam element, and this plate is like a shell element. Okay, so here there are only 6 to 7 elements. We are converting our real life problem into 6 to 7 elements only. Look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 8 elements which are beam elements. Then this is your shell element. This plate is considered to be a shell element because this is 2-dimensional element. So for 2-dimensional element we have membrane or shell elements to specify the 2-dimensional body. And this is one. Next, this is the loading. Loading is considered to be a 1 element. So there are only 1, 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 4, 11. Only 11 elements are required, or 11 discrete elements are required to specify the real life continuous problem. आता याची गरज का आहे? मला रियल लाईफ कंटिन्युअस प्रॉब्लेम डिस्क्रीट करायची काय गरज आहे? So let us see why discretization is required. Okay, so why do we carry out meshing, or why do we carry out the discretization? So what is FEM? Now this is your continuous problem. Okay, आता या केस मध्ये continuous problem आहे. Continuous problem आहे means there are infinite number of points because there is no gap between the 2 points. Then such entity is called as continuous problem, continuous object. Now for this continuous object, or for this body, we have number of points equal to infinite. There are infinite number of points. Now degree of freedom per point, as we know that in space each point has 6 degrees of freedom. So degrees of freedom per point is equal to 6. So total equations किती होती? Number of points into degrees of freedom. This is equal to your number of total equations. So it will be going to infinite for this continuous approach. But if we convert, am I audible? Any question is there?
अजून असं लावत होतस 20 मिनिट आला तर नंतर अजून मेसेज नाही आलेला 12ला इथं काय काय
अरे काय बोलताय, काय चाललंय? कोण बोलतंय काय? हॅलो, am I audible?
Yes sir.
म्यूट करा जरा सगळ्यांनी. आणि आपल्या लेक्चर मध्ये गर्ल्स पण आहेत, एवढं जरा लक्ष असू दे. शिव्या वगैरे देणं हे शोभत नाही आपणाला. तुमचं जे डिस्कशन असेल ते तुमचं तुम्ही डिस्कशन करा, पण म्यूट ठेवा. काय ते संधानशील सरांच्या लेक्चरला पण बघितलं मी, काहीतरी झाला मॅटर. काय चाललंय काय नेमकं तुमचं? 1 वर्ष आहात अजून इथे, जास्त पंख फुटून देऊ नका. त्याला करायचं असेल त्यांनी करा, नसेल तर डायरेक्टली क्विट व्हा. 1 वर्ष आहे एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. अजून 1 वर्ष तुम्हाला इथेच करायचं. जास्त शानपणा करू नका. अरे 2-3 मुली आहेत लेक्चरला, काय समजतंय का तुम्हाला? शिव्या वगैरे देत आहे. काहीतरी थोडे मॅनर्स ठेवा मला. 2 तास लेक्चर आहे तुमचं. दोन जर तास तुम्हाला हे करता येत नसेल तर अवघड आहे. ओके, इथून पुढे जरा फक्त काळजी घ्या बोलताना, आपण म्यूट आहोत की नाही ते, आणि मग काय असेल ते बोलायचं.
बंद करून टाका सर lectures. बंद करा lectures. बंद करून टाका सर lectures. तर
हम्म.
तुला त्रास असेल तर बंद करून टाका. त्यांना कळत नाही आपण नको जीव काढायचा.
नाही नाही, त्यांचे तेच बोलतात आहेत की दुसरे, ते एक दोघं जण काहीतरी म्यूट करून काहीतरी बोलतायत ते.
ठीक आहे बंद करून टाका. आज lecture काय ते बंद करा lecture. पण ते असं चालू.
काय उपयोग नाही ना याचा, यांच्यासाठी एवढं करा. असो, आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चरलाच घेऊ. एक लेक्चर करतो मी येणार आहे.
Because